Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and today I'd like to take you on a test drive on what I think is a very interesting car and a neat opportunity. This car is a 1999 BMW 323i. It's obviously the convertible, the two-door convertible. It's a car that occasionally we get cars like this that just pop up. It came into our dealership. The guy was moving out of the area, wanted to sell the car. It's just a nice, straightforward, older BMW 3 Series. So please take the time and watch the showroom video that I'll do on this car, where I'll describe more of the car's history, the exterior appearance, and we'll walk through the car. But the purpose of today is to go for a ride in the car, let you see what's working. I'll point out things that are not working on the car. Because we are pricing this car, it's going to be a no reserve auction. Highest bidder wins, which should be fun. I hope it gets someone who's new to the hobby, wants to get a BMW, a good solid old car, something they can play with. So let's start and go for a ride. First of all, the car always starts right up. It starts easily, starts right up. We're showing 142,000 miles. That is correct. Carfax will show, I think the car had 5 owners, no accidents. It's a clean history on this car. You'll see normal, regular servicing. So the first thing to notice is one on the right side, we're showing the airbag light. So the airbag light is on. It usually is the clock spring in the steering column, but we are selling it like that, so that needs to be fixed. The car did pass Pennsylvania State Inspection. We just had that done on the car. So that means the brakes are good, the suspension is good, tires are good, all the lights and all safety items are working. So it has a brand new PA sticker on it. Going back here, the fuel gauge is working correctly. The tachometer is working correctly. The speedometer and odometer are working. We've lost a couple of the pixels at the end on the small trip odometer. You can see the far right tenths doesn't have all of its little pixels, but all the others are fine. Temperature gauge on the right is fine. The car stays nice and cool, which is what you would expect. Coming here to the center stack, the car has a relatively modern Kenwood stereo. It is working. It is Bluetooth. It is CD, and it has a remote control. Comes with it. The climate control of the car is working. The air conditioning is blowing cold, so that is all working. The temperature up and down is working. All of these pixels are fine, so they're working nicely. Dropping down here to the computer, and we are missing a number of the pixels. I just left it so you can see input time. There are guys that will rebuild these if this bothers you. The other thing is when we start the car, it has 2 warning indicators that are random. And I used to work on these cars, and these kind of random things drive you nuts. It's saying that the parking brake light, one of them is out. That's not true. It has bulbs in the back. They're working properly. That needs to be, if you want to work on that, there's a lot of stuff on the internet how to fix that. It's also saying occasionally it has low coolant level, but it does not. The coolant level is fine. So probably the sensor that is detecting the coolant level. So to sum up, a couple pixels here, coolant level indicator and brake light indicator and airbag. So having said all that, everything else is great on the car. The windows are working fine. The doors, the locks, the seats, which are manual, all of that is working fine. And the car itself, typically of a BMW of this vintage, drives great. The motor is very responsive, very smooth. The shift points are great, right where they should be. These were just really good cars, really solid cars. Typical BMW acceleration, nice and smooth. You can feel the power curve. We do recommend the car should have new tires. They do pass inspection, but they're getting near the end of their life. They're also noisier, so it would be nice to put a fresh set of tires on it. You don't have to do it right away, but that's recommended. That would make a noticeable difference in how the car drives and the noise. The brakes are great, which is typical. There's no vibration, there's no shimmying in the wheel or anything under braking. Horn works. The wipers work. These really are just nice cars. They always were. And this is just a nice one with 140,000 miles. Plenty of life left in it. We will show you a separate video showing the operation of the top. It is working properly. It is, of course, it's electric. And it goes up and down like it should. At the end of the top video, when the top is being raised, it does need to be assisted to pull it down the last 4 inches so the latch mechanisms can catch. But it's very easy to do. So if you're looking for a nice, solid, older BMW 3 Series in, I think, very nice overall condition, it's a no reserve auction, so it will be sold, as they say. We have a clear and clean Pennsylvania title. This car just passed inspection. I would not be afraid to drive it anywhere. It runs well, drives well, and hopefully we'll find a nice new home for this car, and somebody can continue to have a lot of fun with this BMW that has a lot of life left in it. Thanks for coming along for the ride.